everybody, it's your girl Tanya here from Purposely Awaken. We are about to get an interview underway with a wonderful individual. I'm praying that I do not mess up her name. I will definitely not try to say her last name. I want her to correct me when I'm wrong. So the person that we are interviewing today is going to be Folasade. I'm not going to say her last name. Hi guys, thank you so much for joining. But she is amazing. I'm going to give an introduction as soon as I bring her on. So just be on the lookout for me to move my phone in a second to add her. A little bit about me. I am new to Purposely Awaken, and I am so excited to be one of the journalists slash social media personalities here on this wonderful group of people. So I'm LaTanya Scott. I am the environmental science educator for the Cahaba River Society here in Birmingham, Alabama. And what I do is I teach hands-on environmental science activities to rising third graders on up. And right now, with all the craziness of things happening, my focus is more within the African American community and helping us just move forward in life and just to be better individuals and as a community as a whole and unite us. So this is a great opportunity for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring her on. I have my questions and we're going to get this underway. So if you guys have any questions you would like to ask, go ahead, drop them in the comments, and we are going to get this moving. So we're just waiting for her. I requested you, girl. Oh, hey.
Hey, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm great.
Awesome. So I'm LaTanya. I know we were talking back and forth in the chat earlier. So goodness gracious, you're all the way in Virginia.
I was in Virginia visiting family because I actually live in DC, but just wanted to see my family for the week.
Oh, that's so nice. I'm in Alabama by myself. My family's far away. But no worries. So, thank you so much for joining me on this live. I got my questions. I'm so ready to start asking you questions, get to know you a little bit better, help our viewers get to know you a little bit better. So let me make sure that I am saying your name right. Like I have to look over here at my notes just to make sure. Is it
Folasade.
Folasade? Okay. Oh, I like that. I like that even better. Nice. Now, do favor. Can you say your first last name and just tell us a little bit about what's on, and we're just gonna vibe. We're just gonna talk back and forth.
All right. So wait, you said to say my first and last name for everyone?
Yes, because I don't love your name. I think it's gorgeous just looking at it.
Okay. So my name is Folasade Ogunmokun. I'm Nigerian, so that is a full Nigerian name.
Yes.
And and I'm the founder of Unscripted TV.
I know. So I was looking at your Instagram, like I'm trying to find, like I get to know you a little bit better through your social media, and just you're the bomb.com. Like I'm in my you're the bomb.com. Like you are.
Thank you.
I watched your son. Remind me of his name one more time.
Tyson.
Oh, Tyson was freestyling. I saw that. That was really nice. The way y'all vibing was cool. Okay, so I know we don't have a lot of time on here, so let me get started on the questions. Once again, thank you so much for joining. So let's start with question number 1.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and everything that you do. We would really like to get to know you better and more than on social media and.
Right. Okay. So of course I'm Folasade Ogunmokun. I am the founder of Unscripted TV, and that is a streaming platform that's redefining the narrative surrounding the Black community. So with that means that I have a really dope team of 12 Black amazing women that help onboard content creators that are working on the programming so that we can do it linearly. So like this is like a live stream type of content. So you can access content where you go through it like how Netflix is, where you can just watch it when you want to. But we really value the fact that we're live right now and people are joining in and people want to be a part of the community and want to be able to speak about what's going on at that time. We want to structure it based off of that type of content, based off of the fact that things flow, people need to come in, see what they need to, and get out when they need to. So that is like the basis around how we're doing it.
Moving, keeping it flowing. I like that. I like that a lot. Girl, you, like I said, thebomb.com. And so I was looking at another one of your Instagram videos. Don't mind me. I'll be fiddling with my hair. I got to a lot.
I do it too. Okay.
So I was looking at your Instagram, and I just want to let you know your lipstick is perfect.
Thank you.
That got a side joke because I was like, you got on the live and you was like, nobody told me my lipstick was bad. Oh.
Right.
Girl. So with Unscripted TV, so like I really like that you said people can come in and leave and get what they can. And with that being said, like, are you working on any new projects, ideas you would like to share with us? And we would love to hear more about your working projects that you have in the works and even past projects. So this is your platform, girl.
All right. So the whole thing around Unscripted is the fact that we have so many amazing Black creators that don't get the opportunity to share their work in a way where it's strong enough, or in a way where I'm like, yo, like this is where this should be, you know? So that is what this opportunity is about. And it all stemmed from the fact that I am the mastermind of crazy ideas. And instead of me being like,
that's what,
yeah, like,
I can't even say that word, authentic, original.
yeah. And every time I have an idea, like, oh, this would be a great show. Oh my God, this would be awesome. People are always like, do it. And I'm like, where is it gonna go? So that's really, that's part of the reason why all of this happened. But so there's a show that I love with all my heart called Ambitious Girl, and that is about, Ambitious Girl is about leap of faith Black women on their journeys to success, while paralleling their stories to a young girl who wants to follow in those similar footsteps. And we literally, in the past, it was that we just followed women around and got their stories, and it was very intriguing. Yeah. But there were young girls that were like, how do I meet her? Can you introduce me to her? And I was just like, yeah.
A lot of young women, a lot of young girls, they want to meet somebody that they admire. They want to get to know, but at the same time, it's like, how? Like,
right.
What direction do I take? What path do I take to introduce myself? Because I know they may be just this person. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a lot of avenues that you can go with that. So yeah.
So I love that show, and I'm still working on it to get more women involved and to work with nice organizations that focus on youth. But like that show completely, like the way that it is and is going to be, is ridiculous.
So where can you find that show, Ambitious Girl?
So it actually still airs on the Unscripted.tv platform at 3 p.m. on Mondays. So you'll be watching the older episodes. We're redoing those, and I'll have way more information when we start logging into that. But then you can also follow Ambitious Girl on Instagram, which is ambitiousgirl.tv. So, yeah.
TV. Okay, guys, y'all hear that? Ambitious.tv. You can also, that's on Instagram, and you can also watch it on Unscripted. Now, go and support this queen right here, because there's some great content on that website. There's some great content that you put out there as well. So thank you so much for giving us that. Like, seriously, the more, what am I trying to say? Resources, the more things that we can educate ourselves on. It's not, goodness gracious, I'm just so excited to be talking about this wonderful stuff, because it does something to a person, to the soul. So give whatever thing you want to give us, because this is going to be posted, and anybody, like what you said, to come in and come out, watch it whenever they can. And I just want as many people to find out about Unscripted. Like, I really do. So go ahead.
I was gonna say there's two more shows that I really do care about that I just want to at least drop on here, because today is National Blackout Day for all of people watching. In case you don't know, that's where you're not supposed to buy anything unless it's from a Black-owned business. And we have a show called The Bag, which is literally a shopping show with Black businesses, and you can purchase the items while you're watching. You know, like it's really interactive. We have an amazing host, Kia, that like interviews these people, and it's something that I think that we've always needed. Like we've always needed a step up from QVC with our little spunk with it, and with the opportunity to actually be able to purchase. So that's what The Bag is. And then Unfriended is another show that we're working on, which literally talks about like social media. It's like dealing with issues that are happening on social media while not getting messy. So we bring people on and they kind of like talk about like, this person stopped following me, I'm trying to figure out why. And then we have somebody that kind of mediates, and then they decide whether they want to keep the friend or unfriend the friend. But like pretty much what I'm saying is we have content from all types of people, and that's just the specific unscripted content. But we actually have amazing content creators, film directors, like people who submit their work to be on Unscripted as well, and those things are like amazing. So that's why I get all excited. Like, hold on, wait a second, you let me say this part. Like,
time now, that's gonna be really now the Unfriended. Now that's gonna be really juicy, girl. You need to. I need to give you some of my folks on my social media.
send them.
Please everybody. You cannot please everybody. So, got a question. So, you were talking about Unscripted. You were talking about The Bag. That was actually one of my questions. Like, can you tell us more about The Bag? Because I saw that and I wanted to know more. So, thank you for that. So, I do want to know, with you being over on what is it, Unscripted, just helping out with the Black platform, what are some challenges you face as a female media personnel of color representing the community? Because I know that you want to help these wonderful people get their story told, and girl, I know that you get some juicy information, and just go ahead, just tell me more.
I honestly think that one of the main things that I've faced is the fact that people don't want to help you until you already succeed. So there's a lot of people that are like, yo, this is dope, I can't wait to help you. And my thought process is, why can't you be a part of this now? You know, so
They didn't want me.
Right. Now they all on me. You know what I mean? But one of the things that people have to remember about Black women is the fact that you can tell us no all you want to. We're going to make it happen. We're going to find a way. So to be honest, a lot of times everything that I see as a problem ends up becoming a fuel. It ends up becoming something that I'm like, okay, I got that. Like, I see how you're working and operating. You know, so yeah, that's probably one of the main things. And then, like, I don't want to say that I'm like representing the culture, because there's such a diverse group. We're such a diverse group of people. You know, what I feel like I'm doing is I'm trying to open a door so that we can feel comfortable to step through it, to step out, to like communicate with one another, to have these tough conversations about killings in our neighborhoods, and also killings from police. Like, we got to be able to address multiple things at the same time, and it gets painful, because, you know, I come from different backgrounds as well, but like this is what I'm trying to do. So I don't ever want to feel like I'm like representing anyone, because I'm learning completely. Yeah. I'm gonna do things wrong, I'm gonna say things wrong, but I want to make sure that this is the opportunity for us to come together and be able to grow.
We're human. Everybody's gonna make mistakes, but at the same time, saying that I really like saying that I say is that when you fall, always fall forward. At least you're going forward.
Right.
So if you fail and you fall forward.
Right.
Getting closer. So with that being said, how has Unscripted TV helped change the mindset of viewers of color?
That is a great question.
How do you feel that unscripted TV has helped change the mindset of viewers of color? Oh, did we lose you?
Oh, you got me? Do you got me? No? Can you see me now?
I can see you now.
Okay. Woo! Because I was about to see, interference always happens when something good is about to be said. So, I feel like having unscripted has changed the mindset of viewers because now they can think bigger. Like people are like, this is a big thing for you to do, but I'm doing it, right? And then now that we have the bag, it's like, well, why can't we get our own department stores in all the different cities? So that way, while people are actually interested in what we're shopping for on the show, you can just conveniently go up the street and actually purchase it in hand,
Yeah.
and then it's just like helping people to navigate the whole mindset of we don't have to stay small. Like we don't have to just do this here. We can actually do whatever it is that we want. Yeah, be big. We could dabble into some of these billion-dollar industries and take what we deserve. So
I would say dabble. I would say create our own and keep it moving. I don't want to. Honestly, personally, I would not like to dabble in any Fortune 500 company unless it is owned, created, founded, and the idea of an African American person, of a black. I don't do.
I didn't say dabble in their companies. I said dabble in the industry because the industry got room for us. So I'm saying exactly what you're saying. Like we step up and we own our own portions within it because that money is there.
Oh, did you?
I didn't lose you, did I?
Can you hear me? I can hear you.
Uh-oh.
Back.
Oh, okay.
Just like you said, that there's interference.
Exactly.
See? Interference.
No, but I see you.
Interference. Okay. All right. So, okay, good. I see you too. Going. All right. So,
I can hear you.
I don't know what's going on.
But I have 4 bars. I know. It's so weird. I have. I see you, but I don't hear you. I'm trying to. I wonder if I should leave out and come back. Can you hear me? No. Okay. I'm gonna leave again. I'm gonna try and relocate and hope that works. Okay, let's hope third time's a charm. Oh my gosh, but I know I just heard you.
All right, guys. So I'm back. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick up where we left off. Hopefully, we don't have any more technical difficulties. So I do apologize about that. So let me go live. All right. Let's see if this is gonna work. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes. There we go.
And I relocated. It was getting hot outside anyway.
The weather is changing. The seasons are weird. So it's okay. We're back on. So no worries. No worries. So I know that we were talking about the mindset of viewers of colors with unscripted TV. And you've already told us about the bag. And I really want to know, where do you see unscripted TV and the bag and also Unfriended in the future? Like, what in the next, let's say, 5 years?
Without even focusing on the specific shows, because I think that the shows is what makes the network. The network itself, I honestly see it being more of a hub in certain locations. So therefore, in 5 years, I'm hoping to have a space where people are actually able to create their content in certain cities. So in DC, we'll have a space where content creators will be able to print it out, use our equipment, edit, all of the things that we normally don't have access to, and then build it out to grow into the other cities so that we can continuously have content from our own communities and going back into our own platform, like literally just funneling our talent back into our own space.
Keeping it going.
Correct.
Like that. So FYI, if you need spaces in Alabama, we got a lot of vacant places.
Hey, you let me know. I'm currently looking in DC and Baltimore, but Alabama is a nice spot to have some people on the ground for real.
You got it. Yes, let me know, because I'll help you look for some places, because down the street there's a whole strip that's just, it's empty.
Wow.
I believe that it can be something great, but that's neither here nor there. We can talk about that off camera, girl. Mm-hmm. So speaking of just going back into the community, kind of keeping things going, do you believe that the lack of resources have been the cause for what is going on in our communities today?
Yes and no. We can say it's the lack of resources, but honestly, because I like to say things go really deep, it's the whole entire system and the way things are set up, where we are put in place where we don't have access to those resources. So the small question, or the short answer, is yes, it is a lot to do with the lack of resources. People have had opportunities and been granted millions of dollars. Remember, what did Trump say? Like, he had $1 million loan from the state. Like, if I had that, this world would be different.
A small loan for $1 million?
Yeah. So yes, it's definitely the lack of resources, and a lot to do with the entire system that we're living and trying to be a part of.
Okay. So with the lack of resources, how do you feel about equity, diversity, and inclusion? As a media person in the community, for your children, just give me something.
I still work full time, and equity, diversity, and inclusion is a huge part of what we're doing, especially in my organization, because a lot of the things that we're doing are for people of color, or Black people, really. So while I am strong on making sure that we're able to have our own, to do our own, like I'm big on the word OWN completely, but I do also still feel like if people want to do their part, that they need to diversify the systems and the things that they're working on and that they have in place to make it more equitable for us to be a part of. Now, this ain't ain't no Miss America pageant answer. Like my response is that I still like after experiencing it and being a part of these things and seeing that there's still so much work to be done. Like I'm still really hugely big on us getting funding from people that they're like, okay, well, how about we give you this and you do this on your own? That's what I think would be a lot stronger decision than the whole come on in, sit at my table. I might tell you to leave, but come sit at my yeah, so yes, I have to.
So I'm big on EDI, especially since I am the only full-time African American that works at a nonprofit organization, especially since I am a Black female who works at a nonprofit organization. And not only that, it's environmental science, and I work in education. So I'm big on it. I'm big on helping the community. I'm big on lifting us up. And let me tell you, with everything that you're telling me, I know that you are not giving me the nitty gritty. I feel it. I know. And that's no problem. It's okay. Like I said, we can talk off camera. No worries. It's okay. You don't have to give us a polished answer. This is just us just talking, girl.
Right.
So let me see. I got a few more questions. Let's see. Here's one. What's your opinion on the current state of the country's social issues?
Okay. So let me start with this. I feel very positive of what's happening now. And I know people are like, what? Like we're in the 2020, we got this election, like 2020 has been giving us all this horrible stuff. Like I actually feel like this is the chance for us to actually see the social issues that are happening and formalize a way to address them. Because for what? 56 years. For a long time, we've been saying the same thing over and over and over again, literally, and not doing anything about it. So my feeling towards social issues is that they are running rampant, that they are being brought to the forefront, that media is a tool that is not being used as well as it could. The fact that we are fighting against things that happened in 2019 or revisiting the fact that sergeant was mutilated, like she had her genitalia burned off and it was ruled a suicide, is only being brought back up because a new case has come up. You know, like things like that, things being able to resurface to me is actually important. So while I think that these social issues are horrible and that they're happening to our community, I also feel like we are finally in a position where we can be like, okay, what are we going to do about it? Yeah. How are we going to work it out? And how are we going to tell these people, you need to do this now? Like, how are we going to give them the opportunity, not the opportunity, how are we going to tell them to fix it before we end up taking matters into our own hands?
Okay, so that's going to go, girl.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Now that's going to go into this question that I have for you, because I was reading up on you and just your passion is storytelling and media production, which has led you to your wonderful path in television and film. And yes, you are still Bay Oprah. You will always be Bay Oprah. If y'all know what that is, please go look her up. Bay Oprah. So with that being said, I know that you tell the stories, you get down to the nitty gritty, and I want to know, how do you tell stories through unscripted TV? Not like getting down deep into the issues, but at the same time being sensitive to the ones that it's happened to.
Okay, that is a strong that's a strong question, because like I said, I'm a person that's been through a lot, and the more that I work with people, the more that I talk to people, I find out that they've been through a lot of things too. So I think that being able to utilize all of the aspects that we have, from not only the storytelling, but also the fact that we love comedy, and also the fact that we we're diverse people. So being able to touch on certain points in a way where we can make it more relatable is something that's really important. But that's also why it's really important to have a diverse range of producers creating this content so that it does come from other people who can relate, who can share, who can navigate the conversation in a way where it is authentic. Because to me, I think that authenticity is the most is the most needed way in order for us to convey and to work within our community. So I hope I answered that right. But like,
You
yeah,
did. You did. You did. I like that answer. Good answer. So, got a few more questions, and I'm gonna let you go, girl. Okay. So,
no rush. I
where do
like
you
this.
see the Black community going a couple of years? And then I also want to have a spin off of that. Where do you see the Black community being more involved in the bag and also unscripted and your media film platforms?
Okay. So it broke up a little bit. So I'm just trying to make sure that I heard you right. So you those that we are developing for Unscripted. Did you put a time frame on it or no? You did?
I next couple of years, I don't know, where do you see the Black community as a whole going? And then I had a spin to it where I wanted you to let me know the bag, because the bag, I believe, is something that every person of color needs to have on their phone.
Okay. I'm gonna answer earlier how I see the Black community being a part of this. One, the cool thing about Unscripted is that it is so interactive. Like the whole point of it is for people to watch it at the same time and be able to communicate on the sidebar panel with one another. And then also to be able to share it to social media and all of that good stuff. There's a way where you can actually save the different shows that you like on your calendar to your Google Calendar. Like you can interact with it. But the way that we really see people being a part of the community, especially like let's say with the bag, is by actually watching the show, purchasing the items, sharing their feedback, doing reviews. We're working on this group of women to become bag ladies, which are people that get what we're gonna have on the show before it even happens. And they get to do like unboxes or unbagging, unbag the bag. And it's like, look, y'all need to watch this episode because we about to, oh, yeah, see, I'm recruiting you already. Like, so, cause, and tomorrow when I get back to my place, I'm actually going to do an unbagging of all the Black owned products that I have because I have a lot of products. And I think that being able to showcase that and have people seeing that on TV and then to buy it instantly and to be able to review it and just share it, it not only amplifies that business, their sales, and their visibility, but it amplifies the community surrounding that business. Just like with Honey Pot, when the whole issues happened, you're racist. They were leaving comments about it being a hair product. You know, like we rose up and was like, I'm ordering. She sold out. I'm gonna wait till she comes. You know, and I think that is exactly what we want with the bag. We want us to just be there supporting each other, trying out these products. If it don't work for you, give feedback. Let them know, like, this is what you could do because it didn't work for me. Like, that is what we need in order to elevate.
So if you guys don't know
what you said, what you say?
Honey Pot, I said it's a give and take. You guys don't know what Honey Pot is. If you don't Google it, I'm just not. All right, so I got one more question. I really want to ask you this question, because you help tell stories, and I know that we touched on this a little bit. And I want to ask, with the recent events in media, with okay, so how? Let me see. If I put my phone here, probably. So it's really just I wanted to know, with recent events in media, with the negative interaction between law enforcement and people of color. How can law enforcement how can law enforcement and the system change as it just let, let me revise that. With the recent events in social media, with the negative actions with law enforcement and people of color, what are some ways that we can help lift each other up?
Able to hear part of that question as well. So I think multiple ways to respond to that. One is the fact that the entire Unscripted was because I wanted to create station. I don't have enough to do all of that quite yet, but the goal is to make sure that we're able to have producers, directors, and videographers out in the streets to actually be able to get these stories where we are covering it from the standpoint where we're getting the answers that we need, where we're asking the questions that we need. So with that, yeah, I do feel like we're stepping towards that, and that's why we're working within different cities to kind of pull those people up, those reporters that aren't getting the proper light in their actual news stations and everything like that, which I understand personally, you know. So like that is one way that we will definitely be addressing that, because that is the goal. Another way is to actually communicate with these people on, there's another show called Unscripted Conversations that will be coming up, where we actually have these people on the show to discuss topics in their fields and actually come up with solutions. Those solutions will then be used to help navigate certain episodes and certain shows within Unscripted TV, because we don't have all the answers. We need a police enforcement at the table, but we also need someone who's been arrested improperly. We also need someone who understands the social justice system. Like, we need all of these people at the table to say, all right, leave your heads at home. Like, right now we're coming together to discuss these topics. So that's what Unscripted Conversations is about, and that is what we'll be doing with that, and using the information, the data, the points to actually address issues within our communities, from gentrification to a lot of issues. Because if I start listing them off, we're gonna be here forever. But yeah,
Girl, I like that you get different viewpoints. Y'all leave y'all hats at home. You know, let's just underline it just a little bit. Give us your viewpoint. I like that. Okay, so okay, don't be mad at me. I'm not gonna try to say your name until you tell me one more time.
Folasade. And you know what? I have on a shirt today that actually says Folasade, from a Black-owned business. Folasade.
Okay. What is the name of that company?
Folasade Clothing.
Folasade Clothing. Y'all go ahead and order. Support this queen. She is doing just immaculate things in the community and for us. Go ahead, follow the bag. Go ahead and follow Unscripted TV. Mm-hmm. Make sure you tune in for Unscripted Conversations. Today is Blackout. Now, there's another one that I'm interested in as well. It's Unfriended. If you have a few friends that have, well, they're no longer your friends, but if you had a few friends that have unfriended you on social media and you want to know why, watch that, okay? We need that. And this is not from Erica Badu, bag lady, carrying all your stuff about the house. This is unbagging Black-owned products that you will get in a bag. So if you want to be one of those bag ladies, because I want to be one of the bag ladies, please pick me. You can definitely hit this queen up. She will give you information. Before I let you go, give us some words of wisdom, advice for the Black community. Tell us a little bit about yourself and anything that we have missed during this wonderful interview. And you, girl.
So one thing that I really feel is important for us to say and to know is that we can do anything. We can't do everything, but we can do anything. And if there is anything in your bone or in your body that is telling you that this is something that you should be doing, then I want you to do it. Because while I'm starting this network, there's so many different aspects and different people who I've been able to be introduced to, and I see that their passion and their drive can fuel what I'm working on and can be a part of this change that we need. So we literally have to work together. So the whole you can do anything, but not everything, it literally is saying that everyone has a thing that they are supposed to do so that all together we would be able to do everything and change what we need together. So that's just me saying, like, the only way we're going to change what we have going on is if we come together. I love y'all. Like, that's why I'm doing this. We're all very different, and it's important for us to like relate and to grow and to share these stories and to share our various narratives with one another so that we can continue to grow as a people and to change our narrative and to just be as strong as we can, as full and authentic as we possibly can. You should be able to wear your hair like this at work, so you're gonna wear it like this in the videos, like. So that's like my yes, and that's like my main thing is just, yes, collective responsibility, our collective responsibility to come together and to make these change. So I'm inviting all of y'all to Unscripted, because if you have a story to tell, let us know. But if you just want to watch and feed and give us advice to help us grow, like that part too. But then also, like, the businesses is how it fuels. Unscripted is completely free. So if you have a Black-owned business or a business that cares about our community, like, reach out to us ASAP, because that's what we're building out. That's what we're working on. And that's how we're going to continue to do this, is if we put each other on and if we continue to just keep growing. So, yeah. I read her lips. I think she said Black Girl Magic. I can't hear you. I know.
Ooh, girl, I just got chills over my body. I know we need to have conversations. Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me now?
I can.
I don't know what's going on with that live, guys, but okay. Good. Good. So I said I had chills all about it, girl. You did that. You did that. Please, everything that you said, make sure you follow, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you tell her your story. If you need a platform, she has laid out a platform opportunity for those who have stories, who want the stories to be told. And not only that, this is if you want to start up a TV network, anything, she can help you with that. So contact her. You guys can. So Folasade, right?
Folasade.
I'm waiting.
I feel like I'm so off.
Did I say? I don't know what I'm saying, right? Folasade. I don't think it's Folasade. Can you hear me? We have been having technical difficulties this whole entire time.
I'm so behind. All I Folasade. Oh my God, I want to say thank you. We have been having horrible technical difficulties
because we are doing some great stuff on this interview. I'm about to end this live. I'm going to let you guys. I'm sorry. So, guys, please like, subscribe, Purposely Awaken. Follow us on all social media, Purposely Awaken _. Please follow Folasade. I'm probably saying that.
That was right. Folasade was right. Yes. See ya.